Thanks for checking this out. This is Manny Wolf. I am Manny Wolf, and I'm going to show you a really quick overview on how you can create your signature group coaching course. I think once you see this, you're going to be surprised at how kind of baffled people can get and how people can let something this simple stop them. It won't be an issue for you anymore after this video. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is figure out, let's see here. I'm going to give you a nice, I want you to think of your course as like a board game. This is the board, and now I'm going to break this board up into 3 sections, but you can do 3, 5, maybe 7. I probably wouldn't go beyond 7 if I were you. 3 or 5 are really sweet spots. Once you've got your board broken up into 3 spots like this, think of the 3, take what you teach and break it into its 3 biggest pieces. So that's why I had 3 pieces on the board here. So you want to be thinking in terms of month 1, 2, and 3. See that? So month 1 is here, month 2 is here, and month 3 is here. Now, if you need to go 5, if you just have to go 4 for some reason, that's okay. It's not a huge deal. Just remember that 3 and 5 are very psychologically satisfying numbers for people. People like those numbers. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel confident that they can do whatever it is you're teaching. For instance, when I taught public speaking, I would teach storytelling in 1 month, body language in 1 month, and vocal tonality in 1 month. See? 1, 2, 3. Now, what you want to do is think about how a board game works, right? Visually is what I mean. There's a path that you go on from the starting of the game to the ending of the game. Make sense? Think of Candyland, think of Life, think of any board game where you open the board up and there's this fun little path to go on. What you have to do is come up with your first big teaching topic, your second big teaching topic, and your third big teaching topic. Once you have those, I want you to break them each into, again, preferably, actually 4 steps is really ideal. So once you get your big topic, break it into 4 steps so you can teach 1 in each call during that month. You can go less, you can go more, but if you go more than 4, it gets a little tricky. If you go more than 4, you can't reduce it. You might want to think about making your program a little longer to fit the amount of things that you need to teach. The point here is to think of teaching 1 a digestible thing each week that you meet with your group. Okay? So, you would take your path, and it would be thing 1, thing 2, thing 3, and thing 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you'd simply do that again here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is it. This is all you do. So you've got your, let me get some other colors in here to keep it interesting for you. You've got your 3-month, your 90-day, your 12-week idea laid out. You've taken what you teach and you've broken it into 3 main concepts. 1 month for each concept. Okay? Now you've broken each concept down into hopefully 4. By the way, 2 is fine as well. And you can teach each one over 2 calls. That's totally fine. But you've broken down big topic 1 into 4 digestible pieces. You've done the same with big topic 2, 4 digestible pieces. And big topic 3, 4 digestible pieces. Now here's where it gets psychologically important. There are 2 things I want you to really pay attention to here. 1, when someone gets here, to the end of step 4 of the first month, you need to have a clearly defined, measurable result that they will have here at the end of month 1. Right? So each of your modules, month 1, 2, and 3, when they finish it, it'll be clear that they're finished. For me, it was your story will be written, your speech will be written, your signature talk will be done. For here, it was body language, and you'd see, because we'd use videos and we'd critique them. So you'd be able to see when you mastered body language. And for here was vocal tonality, and admittedly vocal tonality was a little trickier, but you'd be able to see from the starting to the finish by critiquing videos together how you had improved in your body language. It's very psychologically important to give this to people. So you've really got to get creative here and figure out a way that they can measure that they've completed one section. So as you can imagine, same thing applies here at the end of section 2 and at the end of section 3. So I want you to think of these in terms of finish lines and prizes. This idea of calling it finish lines and prizes is an idea that was taught to me by a mentor of mine. I give credit where credit is due. This is not my original idea. It belongs to a man named, as far as I know, I was taught by a man named Frank Bria. So, but you really want to do this so people have a sense of movement. Very important. Now, you've got 4 steps, 1 each week over a month, and then a finish line. 4 steps, 1 each week over a month, and then a finish line. 4 steps, 1 each week over a month, and then a finish line. So it's a 12-week course we've got laid out here. Now, there is another piece that I want to show you that is very, very helpful to people. Remember, when you're crafting your course, put yourself psychologically into the experience of the person using it. They don't know nearly as much as you know about it. It's very important to remember that. They don't know as much as you know, and so you've got to really have it set up so that you really support and walk them through. Now, with step 1, let's see how that's not showing up very well. Okay, I'm going to move back to blue. Okay, so with step 1, with step 2, with step 3, and with step 4. Can you see that? Okay, it looks pretty good. What I strongly suggest is that you create written support materials. I want to slow down here. I don't know if this will be really visible in the video, but for each step, create a checklist, an explanation, worksheets, something that gives people the option to engage it in a way other than just you telling them, okay? So you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 different worksheets or, again, checklists, assignments, whatever it is. Give them something to do. Do not just verbally disseminate information, unless there's just no way you can get around that, which I have yet to come across anyone who taught anything that couldn't be supported by some sort of written content. And so then, for each module, you simply repeat. So, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. If it's a 12-month program, you should have 4, 8, 12 pieces of supporting content. This is very, very powerful compared to just speaking, just getting on a Zoom call with people. Let me give you a couple of other tips here. By the way, this is it. If you get this, if you get the break what you teach into 3 big topics, break the topics into 2, 3, or 4 sections, and create finish lines and prizes, and support with written material, you've got a great course. Like, that is a really, really good course right there. Depending on a couple of things that I can't go into in this video, such as your skill as a teacher, and one other thing I want to touch on that is crucial, and that is, let's see where we are, you want to build in frequent touch points with clients. Now, for you, that could be a Facebook group. It could be a chat bot. It could be a Slack channel or anything else. But trust me when I say, if you think about the whole journey that the client goes on while they're with you, from their point of view, do they have support? Do they have touches? Do they feel like they're being led confidently? It will change everything. So you can do all of these if you want. I personally love written supporting material, a Facebook group where I'm very active, weekly training calls. Oh, before I forget, emails. Emails, preset emails that are written ahead of time and intended to be sent out on a regular interval to the people in the group. So here you go. This is it. If you can get all of these pieces, you will have a killer signature group coaching program. And the other important thing is, with the extra touches, the PDFs, the clarity here, and the frequent touch points here, you'll be able to scale much more easily. Because it won't start to, I assume if you're watching this video, you haven't yet taught a really big group coaching program. You may have, but if you have, you know that as more people get in, it can start to get really loosey-goosey. All of these things that you're doing here totally take care of that. Take this, use it, build your signature group coaching course, and I wish you all the success in the world. This will really change the game for you.